What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rolly XL. Today we're gonna do something new. It's called NBA Talk. Basically, what I'm going to be doing, I am going to be reading off of my phone, off Instagram post, and I will be talking about the subjects of the matter. So we're gonna start off with is Derrick Rose. If Derrick Rose never got injured, would he still be a top 20? Would he still be a top 15 player of all time? Personally, to me, I don't think so because of the simple fact of D Rose would have found a way to to mess him up. Like I'm just saying that if the injury never happened, something would have happened to mess D Rose up. Cause something would have happened to something would have happened to mess him up. And even if he was still at the caliber of 2010 11 D Rose MVP, youngest MVP D Rose, he still wouldn't be top 15 of all time. Shoot, I can name a top KD a top 15. LeBron, I'll give Kareem, Michael, Kobe, Shaq, but not no D Rose. He wouldn't make it onto the top 15. I'll give him top 30 of all time. That's all I really gotta say on that note. My next thing is this controversial subject of Skip Bayless saying that KD is the best. He's the best player in the world, but at the same time, Kawhi Leonard is the best small forward in the world. I ain't really got nothing to say on this except Skip Bayless is the most smartest dude analyst I know. Skip Bayless basically just dove that out there so y'all all could pick it up. Right now, everybody knows who the best player in the world in the NBA is, and who's the best small forward in the league is. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't really want nobody coming after me with some bull crap questions, but I think we all know who it is. Starts with an LB. Um, but yeah, he really just did it so it could be controversial, and like shoot, it just happens. So yeah, he said KD was the best player and Kawhi was the best small forward, even though KD is a small forward and he prefers himself to be a small forward. I don't know what runs through this man's mind, but shoot, it is what it is. Next is what if Monte Ellis still was his all-star self? I mean, he still be his all-star self. What you want? Oh, no, that wasn't what it is. They said when Monte Ellis demanded a trade from the Golden State Warriors because he said he was better than Stephen Curry. Do you think that was a smart move now? No, that was not a smart move because really that was the 1-2 punch. It was really Steph growing up and then you helping him out, but you kind of I'm talking to Monte Ellis. Monte Ellis really kind of messed himself up in his way because of what he did by demanding a trade. He should never demanded a trade. He was an all-star in Golden State, and that probably would have stayed if he kept there with Steph. But no, he did what he did, and it kind of led him toward the end of the traffic. But it is what it is. Monte Ellis, he has money, so I have nothing to say on that. But Monte Ellis, the Manning trade was kind of stupid at the time and now when you look back at it. Um, the next thing, Sports Nation says that best chances of dethroning the Warriors this season: Cavs with 41%, OKC with 35%, Spurs with 13%, and Rockets with 11%. First of all, I'm gonna trade the Spurs 13% with Rockets 11%. So Spurs should have 11 and Rockets have 13 because I just feel a lot better about that because of the simple fact of Spurs, they're getting old, and it's not like their young players are just gods. I have faith in Deontay Murray and David Burtons and Kyle Anderson a little bit, but shoot, y'all they weren't heading into the right direction with those draft picks. You think you'd be picking up a Kyle Kuzma, but you're really not. Um, but what the question was saying was, best chances of dethroning the Warriors. Nobody's gonna dethrone the Warriors. I think we already know this. The best chances of it happening is the Cavs, but let me tell you something about the Warriors. The Warriors have 4 superstars on their team. They have 4 all-stars on their team. No, they have. Let's say they have 2 superstars on their team and 4 all-stars on their team. And plus, they added 2 new people of Omri Cassiope and Nick Young. That's kind of a showstopper right there. Plus, you got Sean Livingston. You know he's not gonna get Sean Livingston is gonna give you some mid-range game, and JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia really do think. Also, another thing, I want JaVale McGee to start over Zaza Pachulia because Zaza Pachulia is just an injury prone. I mean, he's just an injurer. He just wants to injure people and injure himself. But JaVale, I think he needs to start. But like I was saying, that team is stacked. Even if you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers team, I'm gonna pull up real quick the Cleveland Cavaliers roster, and you can compare it. Like, I know some people really do know the roster, but I'm gonna just let you guys compare it to what you're seeing right here. So let's see more. Let's start off with the players that you guys most likely know. So you have LeBron, one superstar. You have Kevin Love, 1 all-star. You have D Rose, former all-star but still a great player. You have an all-star. You have no rebounding. You have a former all-star. You have Jeff Green. I like Jeff Green's game, by the way. Jeff Green, I think he's going to have a breakout year with the Cavs. Let him get a couple of minutes, and I think he'll have a good year. You have Jay Crowder, a 3-and-D player, but the main idea of what I'm saying right here, also you have Kevin Love, the all-star. You have Kyle Korver, the former all-star. What I'm trying to say right now is basically the Cleveland Cavaliers don't even match up. If you look at the numbers, the Cleveland Cavaliers don't even match up with the Golden State Warriors talent. Those 4 all-stars can mess you up. True that. That's facts. Nobody's gonna take them down. Nothing's gonna happen. Now, as far as in like benches, stuff like that, Cleveland might be Golden State on the bench side, but let the starting lineup play for more than 40 minutes a game. Man, it's over. But yeah, nobody's gonna dethrone the Warriors this year, and think we already know that. Let's see what else we got. Skip Bayless also said another controversial thing that got everybody talking. He said, "How can we have an MVP who gets to play in the East? LeBron should be disqualified because of his lack of competition." No, he shouldn't. He's still playing out every game. It's not like the East don't play the West sometimes. Sure, you still have to play West games if you're in the East. But what I'm saying is basically that LeBron shouldn't be disqualified for playing in the East. He's just a good player. He's a great player. You can't do nothing about that. Now say this. Somebody does win MVP in the West. How are you gonna look at them as an MVP? Because all the West is stacked. Each team in the West has somebody on it. Somebody noticeable. And it may have 2 people that's noticeable on it. So how can you just point out one person in the West? How can you point out one person in the West be called MVP? Because it's just that hard. But if you look into the East, it's right there. LeBron's right there. He shows everything. He shows how great of a player he is, and it's pretty easy for you to see it. So I believe that LeBron should not be disqualified for playing in the East just because of his lack of competition. I mean, he's been put up against bigger pressures, and he still goes against it. I mean, come on. You Skip, you kind of getting on my nerves, but I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what to say on this one. Why is it that Lonzo Ball is being called a bust, yet no one No one bats an eye at Markelle Fultz. Basically, what the picture's showing right now is Markelle Fultz played 22 minutes, only got 4 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, had 0 steals and 0 blocks. He went 2 for 13 ever since he changed his little jump shot because of the free throws. His coach made him change his jump shot because of free throws, by the way. He went 0 from 3 from the 3-point line. Lonzo Ball, 21 minutes, 8 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. 1 steal and 1 block, 3 for 6, and 1 for 3 from the 3. Hey, I ain't calling nobody a bust, but shoot, Markelle ain't showing promise right now. I think he was a couple of months ago before the coach made him change his jump shot. I think that's like y'all might not look at it like that, but his jump shot it's messed up. His coach made him change it, and it's not working no more. And I think that has a big deal to playing Markelle Fultz's success as a basketball player. So yeah, shoot, I think nobody keeps an eye out for Markelle Fultz of being the bust because he's not that talkative. He's not that one. He's not a person that you just guys be talking about Markelle Fultz all the time. Like, okay, never mind. Hold on a second. Markelle Fultz is not as he's not as that like he's not like Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball has a big baller brand daddy that talks for him all the time, basically making him look bad. Markelle Fultz doesn't have nobody like that. He just plays his game and does what he does. And we just look at him once in a while and be like, oh, that's the number 1 pick. Just but that. But yeah, shoot. That's the reason why I think they're not calling Markelle Fultz a bust because they don't even know it. They're not even looking at him. Except this one dude. But yeah. The new hoodie mellow effect. Man, I'm starting to wear hoodies when I practice outside. Shoot, because actually it helps. I actually found out some research yesterday that when you wear hoodies, it kind of makes your accuracy of shooting the ball better because you can't see what's on top. So like you just looking up, and like the hoodie's right here, so it's pulled over your face, so you can't see where the ball's going, but you just have to aim perfectly. It works every time. I love wearing hoodies, and I think the hoodie mellow effect is very great. Um, Over and under on the Philadelphia 76ers. They said that Philadelphia 76ers are going to make 40 or going to win 40 games. Nope. They're going to win 32. They're going to win 32. I'm going to go under on that because they're going to win 32. The process is going to get injured. Ben Simmons is going to play up to a all right rookie season, 12 points and 7 assists and maybe 5 rebounds, or maybe 7 rebounds and 5 assists, something like that. Probably gonna be like a Draymond Green. Nothing to lead a team though. And you already seen what Markel's doing in a preseason game. Shoot, I'm kind of scared for the Philadelphia 76ers. When the beginning of the season, when the beginning of the NBA draft started and the beginning after the NBA draft, I felt confident about the 76ers. But as time went on, and I'm starting to look at these practice videos and what's going on. I was looking at practice videos and I saw JJ Redick, Justin Anderson, and I think it was Amir Johnson. No, Robert Covington. 3 players two players that really the 76ers need. Robert Covington and JJ Redick. And they were just steady bricking shots. Nobody made not one shot. Not one. Not one shot. It throwing like a whole full minute. If you're an NBA player, you need to make one shot. One shot. And no other talking about that. You need to make one shot. So I'm going to say that the Philadelphia 76ers are going to go 32 games and they're going to go under because of, I don't care if you're in the miserable East. I really don't. You're still going to go 32 because what are you doing? Because of what's happening to your team. Of course, injury prone and everything like that. But yeah. Let's see what else we got next. Oh, the bum James Young was waived by the Milwaukee Bucks. So you get a chance. The Milwaukee Bucks take a chance on you, and you barely put out what they say. They barely put out effort. He didn't put effort. So to me, it seems like James Young doesn't even want to play in the NBA because he didn't put out effort with the Celtics. Not a Celtics fan, nothing like that. Don't call me no Celtics fan, but even when I was watching Celtics game and like they might be getting blown out or they might be winning by a lot, they put James Young out there and he thinks that everything's good, like a high kid or something like that. Like he puts no effort towards the game, which really kind of disgusts me. He shouldn't even be in the NBA. And the Bucks gave him a chance of a 10-day contract, and shoot, they waived him because he didn't put no effort out there in a preseason game. Come on, it's preseason. It's not like you're gonna play the rest of the season, so might as well play. Um, what else we got here? What else we got here? Also, we have that Kobe Bryant doesn't. This little side conversation. Kobe Bryant doesn't want any of his daughters to date nobody until they get married, which doesn't make sense to me, but probably makes sense to the Black Mamba since he's the Black Mamba. So, um, yeah, crap, man. Oh, here's something else controversial right here. Kevin McHale, the former Rockets coach back in 2015, 2016 with the Houston Rockets, said James Harden is not a leader. What I have to say on this, James Harden is not a leader. He's a great ball player, and I feel like he did take his team to a better record, but he cannot compromise. It's like he gets to the finish line and then he stops and then turns around. Like, let's look back at that game. Let's look at the last game he played against. What was it? I think it's San Antonio. San Antonio. He had 10 points, I believe. He cracked under pressure. Leaders don't crack under pressure, and I think Kevin McHale kind of saw that. I'm not saying I agree with him all the way because um what he said after he said it, he said James Harden doesn't have a defensive presence, but I mean Russell Westbrook is a leader and he doesn't have a defensive presence. So I don't agree with the defensive presence thing, but like I'm saying though, James Harden, he's not a leader. I don't feel like he is. I think Chris Paul bring that leadership to the Rockets this year. Just by the way they're heading and the way everything's going for them. So yeah, they said rank these 5 teams: the New Orleans Pelicans, the LA Clippers, the Denver Nuggets, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Portland Trailblazers. I'm gonna end this little conversation of these 5 teams real quick. They're all mediocre. They're all gonna make the 7th, 8th, or 5th seed. 5 through 8 seed. They're mediocre. They're not gonna go nowhere. It's not like they're even rebuild. Well, what's up, the Denver Nuggets? It's not like they're even rebuilding. They're mediocre. That's all they are. Um, Here's another NBA opinion. If if another star were to join the NBA, were to join the Golden State Warriors, the NBA would do a redraft. Yes, they would. It wouldn't even be fun anymore. The Golden State Warriors fan was literally get bored. They really just get bored because like you just got too many All Stars on the team. It's basically like the All Star game every day, and I get bored watching All Star games sometimes. But it's an All Star game every day, like because Paul George was gonna be there. You know the Golden State Warriors finna give up bits and pieces of like bench players just to get Paul George. Man, I was about to cry if Paul George didn't come to OKC, man. Thank God he with us right now, but yeah, like I was saying, if if another star joins the Golden State Warriors, the NBA would have to do a redraft. And a redraft basically means like a fantasy draft. just restarting the NBA, which I hopefully happens in a couple of years because I really want some of these people to just go different teams and get waived off the team, like Iman Shumpert. Yeah, I want him off. But yeah, um, that's what I think needs to happen. Um, there's a funny thing about Enes Kanter. Enes Kanter said on the new All Star format, he said one team is, and he has Carmelo Anthony and a picture of Kyrie Irving. He says one team is hoodies versus one team that believes the Earth is flat. I'm gonna tell you something right now. This was funny to me at first, but then I realized that Kyrie Irving did kind of clear up that the earth was not flat. He said he wanted to do a test to see how people will react to it. I don't know if he's trying to just cover up the stupidity of what he said, but he said that he was just trolling, basically, just saying that he's just saying that for an experiment to see how people will react. I mean, he did really. If he was that smart and he really did do an experiment, I give him props for that because he did trick a lot of people, and he did make a lot of people think. Kings rookie Harry Giles will be out until January. Harry Giles is gonna be Joel Embiid. Yep, Joel Embiid. I have so much faith in that dude, but he's an injury prone player. I have so much faith in Harry Giles, but he's an injury prone player. His knees are weak, and I believe that the Kings are very smart by sitting him out till January just to strengthen up his knees and get him better. That's all I really got saying Harry Giles right there. Another thing, another thing. Sorry. LeBron James, Amon Shumpert, and Ante Zizic, Cedi Osman. No, Cedi Osman. They're all injured tonight. LeBron James is not injured. LeBron James is not injured. He's just trying not to play, trying not to waste himself. Now that man not injured. That man said, "Ow, my left ankle," cause that's what's injured right now. But he said, "Ow, my left ankle. It needs some help." He act like he had an injury. That man is all right, chilling right now, man. He's not trying to play. He's not trying to waste his injury. He's not trying to waste his energy in the preseason like all these other dudes. I'm gonna tell y'all something today. I'm kind of excited for Amon Shumpert. I actually don't like Amon Shumpert's game, but by how much work he's put through this summer, I feel like he's gonna have a turnaround year. I can definitely see that his 3-point shot has improved and that he's not hitting no more backboards. Um, yeah, I got a good feeling about Iman Shumpert this year, and Cedi Osman, also a great perimeter 3-point shooter. I'll be looking forward to him playing this year. I want to see a lot of bench players play this year instead of starters. Because of the new roles they're taking on. Yep. What else? What else we got? We're gonna do a couple more of these things, and I think we're gonna dip after that. So I ain't gonna even talk about that because it's bull crap. um, what else we got, man? Oh, here we go. Yeah, Will Chamberlain is overrated. Put him against Kareem or Shaq's era, and he wouldn't average close to the same number he did. I totally agree with you. I hate Wilt Chamberlain's game. I feel like he was just strong at the point of time he was. This is 1950s and 60s. Just like how I don't believe in Bill Russell because he was in a time period of slowness and non-strength little white boys. That's literally what it was. Slowness and non-strength. And that's basically all it is. Those two players are not in my top 20 list because like it's not that first of all I never seen him play. I seen Kareem, Shaq, and other people play, but I ain't never seen Wilt or Bill Russell play. And also on that note, in fact too. First of all, Wilt was bigger than most of the dudes out there. So of course he's supposed to drop 50 on him every night. And Bill Russell, I don't know what to say on that dude. He was just 6'9" with a bunch of 5'10" people on his team. So I mean, it just made him a better player and got him better rings. But I don't call those people. They're overrated because you never saw them play first of all, and he was playing in a weaker era. And they said he would never average to close to the same numbers he did with the he would never average the same numbers he did with the 1960s 70s era. He wouldn't. He's old. I don't like Will Chamberlain's game, bro, because like everybody overrates him. I might like Will Chamberlain if nobody overrated him, but they were overrating him like they saw him play. They never saw nobody play of Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell. They never saw them play. I don't really have faith in them. For real, for real. What else we got? I think we're gonna do one more and then for that. I think we're gonna do I think we're gonna do one more. Alright. Oh, two more. Let's do two more. Let's do two more. So here's one more controversial thing. Dennis Smith Jr. will win 2018 Rookie of the Year. Yes, he will. He's the only person I've seen that actually put a lot of effort into things. He is he's the best player out of this draft class. No, second best player before Lonzo. Yeah, Dennis Smith Jr.'s athleticism is just reminds me of D Rose so much. I love it. I love his athleticism. It makes me happy to see that. And what else? What else? What was it? Yeah, his scoring capability and his playmaking. Don't forget about his playmaking. It combines so well together. I think he's going to be a perfect fit for the Dallas Mavericks this year. But I hate that people also hate something else. I hate that people are also sleeping on De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, y'all sleeping on him hard. Man, I feel like he's gonna have a breakout year. Probably not this year. He's probably gonna be like a Brandon Ingram this year. But next year he's gonna have a breakout year. Just he's gonna kill it. And nobody's gonna be able to stop De'Aaron Fox. They're not gonna be stopped. They're not gonna stop Swiper. Swiper's gonna kill you, and it's gonna be over. But my vote's between De'Aaron Fox and Dennis Smith Jr. But right now, I do agree that with the simple fact of De'Aaron Fox winning Rookie of the Year. And so the final thing we're gonna do this video is going to be Lakers versus Warriors, best of 7. This is all in the prime. This is our Lakers prime. Dwight Howard, Paul Gasol, Steve Nash, Ron Artest. Basically, what they're saying, if all these players were in their prime and they played on the same team, really Dwight Howard was in his prime, and that was it. But if Dwight Howard, Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, and Ron Artest and Paul Gasol was all in their prime playing on the same team, do you think that they would have won a championship? Do you think they would have won a championship against the Golden State Warriors? Yeah, they would have beat the living crap out of them. That's 4 superstars. Well, three superstars and 2 all-stars. That's your whole starting lineup is godly, just straight up godly. No, nobody wants to play against that. If they were all in their prime Steve Nash, a prime Kobe Bryant, drop 81 points against the Raptors. Come on now. Dwight Howard, y'all sleeping on Dwight. Man, that man still ball. Come on now. Ron Artest, that man will nudge you in the head. But that man got great defense. He a great 3-and-D player. 14 points. He'll drop 14 on your head. Come on. Paul Gasol, come on, man. You know they're gonna drop you. They gonna drop you, bruh. The 2000, if the prime Lakers were all together and they all in their prime, they would smush the Golden State Warriors. They smushed the whole NBA. They make the NBA do a redraft. That's just the simple facts. And on that note of the video, I'm finna end the video because this is getting a little too long. I might just make this like a podcast, something like that. I don't know. But shoot. Thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like. Have a great day.